Hello, all. Welcome to more ADHD Reddit post reactions. I am excited to do this again. Today is Saturday. ADHD check in for today is that it's going well, been more productive, been going in a good direction with cleaning. A positive direction is a good thing. Next thing I got to do is bring the trash around to the front, throw some trash away after I get done with this. And I'm thinking just do more work with the trash. Get the trash off the floor in the kitchen as the next thing. I'm like trying to break the day up in bits and things, but y'all like this background. If anyone wants to know what this app is life.io. They really should hire me as an affiliate because I love this app, dude. I love this app. It does require a subscription, but it's just so nice. As someone who works from home, like just having this background on, and can also have a timer. Like I use this timer all the time, take full advantage of it. But let's get into the reactions. Before I do though, I want to warn everyone again about using discretion when it comes to taking advice from these people, even from me, especially because there's going to be stuff regarding medications in here. There might be triggering things as well, so just beware of that. Sometimes I might respond based on what because some of these posts might be super recent and I might respond and feel the need to. So yeah, let's get into it. And I try to find advice in these posts too, so that I can because I need help as well. So what's the ADHD tax you pay that has nothing to do with money? People usually talk about the ADHD tax as late fees, forgotten subscriptions, or replacing things they've lost. But there's a non-money version too. Losing an entire afternoon because you have one appointment at 4. Reheating the same coffee 3 times and still forgetting it. Avoiding a 7-minute task for 2 weeks. Finally getting the motivation to reorganize your entire life at midnight. What's the most annoying non-financial ADHD tax you keep paying? That is a good question. ADHD tax is super real. It feels like a punishment sometimes, but it's our fault. It is our fault. But the thing that makes it difficult is, yes, it's our fault, but ADHD doesn't make it any easier. So the way that I'd answer that, for one thing, when it comes to the money part, oh my gosh, so many random debts, so many random payments, so many random overdue fees, debt collectors left and right, just because, not even because of not having the money, just because I just forgetting things so often that I pay for it and have to wait in order to get something done again. Let's see. It's kind of a depressing question because I've wasted days. I've wasted so much time before. I've wasted opportunities. I've wasted time. I'm telling you guys, the ability to see time in a valuable way is such a valuable thing to have. It's such a gift to have, because time is literally currency. People don't think about that. I think people who are billionaires and millionaires, I'm pretty sure they already know this. Time is so precious. Time does go by fast, and that's why mentally I mentally have made it more important to have a 5-year plan, or to have a plan at the end of the year. And y'all, is it going to be successful? I don't know, because this is the first time and never that I've ever actually felt hope that for even a month plan or a 6-month plan. Literally, that's how hard it was for me. A next week plan. I just didn't believe in the future, and now I really believe it was the Lord who gave me this development that the future is very important. Not squandering time because we because time is currency. Time is currency, and time is super duper duper important. Okay. Let's see what other people say. This person posted this 9 hours ago. Friendships. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Drop the mic. Yeah. Friendships. I'm surprised any of my friends who aren't my closest friends have still stuck by my side, because I think they've been on the other end too. They understand that as well, because I used to be in a place where I was super lonely, so that kind of taught me not to squander people. People are so valuable. Like, people are so valuable, and we need social interaction. We need people, and people need us. So, okay, came here to say this. You disappear because you lose track of time or are overwhelmed. People understand or they don't. It's sad because you love them, but the anxiety, guilt, and shame of feeling bad make it harder to reach out. Oh my gosh. This person said, okay, trigger warning. I almost K'd myself a few years ago and sank into an even deeper depression when I got home from the hospital because I lost about 5 longtime friends. My therapist says some people just don't know what to say or do when someone is suffering, but it doesn't make the pain any better. I agree. That exact thing didn't happen to me, but I had a church I used to go to, and then I lived with my parents, and it was a toxic situation at the time, and my dad didn't allow me to go to the church that I was going to, having my community, because I was super lonely. I was so lonely, and this is where my community was. He didn't allow me I didn't get to go back until I moved out, which was like a year later, I think. And then by that time, it was too late. Like, it's like the relationships weren't really the same anymore. And it really broke my heart, and it really transformed my character. I'm not going to lie. Glad you're still with us and hope you feel better. Yeah, it's awful. Okay, planning out my entire week, perfectly align my calendar with appointment reminders and notes, only to have a single night of bad sleep that throws off that whole week and kills all my plans, forcing me to start over next week and hope for the best. Someone said, you can plan out a whole week. I can barely plan out my day and stick to it. Yeah, I don't plan out whole weeks. That's a blessing if you can plan out a week. You know, the kind of people that like do future plans, like, okay, we're going to go on this vacation, we're going to do this thing, and we're going to have this itinerary. I don't understand those people. I don't get it. I have to, side note, I'm going home next month, like the second week of August, I think. And the thing that I have a bad tendency of doing is like, oh, I'm thinking that's so far away. I don't have to think about what I'm doing then. And then it comes, and when it does come, I'm like, oh, what are we going to do? What are me and my friends going to do for fun? And I'm like, I actually don't know. My bad. I have ADHD. I like obsessively planning because it makes me feel productive. Why do I say my bad? This is what my friend thinks I have. The planning part, I do get the plan. I like the structure. I like the structure of things, and I like the planning part. For me, comes into like work type stuff. Sounds like a double-edged sword. How good are you at predicting how long it takes to do things? That seems to be a big issue for me, forgetting that I can't just go, and I need breaks. Most of the stuff I need to get done are outside my control time-wise. Like doctor's appointments, etc. Stuff within my control, like grocery shopping, is super predictable because I buy the exact same thing every time, so I can be in and out in 4 minutes. I still try to allocate myself double the time for each task because you never know if something breaks, traffic, tired, Wi-Fi slow, etc. Okay. All right. Let's see. Impulsively making inappropriate jokes in the wrong place. I've done that before. I've done that before. I've said the stupidest things in life. The stupidest things. And it's kind of caused me in some ways to just shut my mouth. Like when I'm around people, I'll think thoughts and I'm like, no, don't say that. And like, if I just have to, there's something about just being impulsive. I just have to hold my tongue. That's really the long and short of it. ADHD hyperfocus shopping returning advice. I don't know what this is going to be about. So this is posted 40 minutes ago. Hey everyone, these are some odd quirks I've always had that now make sense when I'm medicated adult female ADHD. Can anyone relate on these? Hyperfocus on random purchases till you make yourself sick. For example, there's no reason to paint our walls, but I research the colors and textures and how they're applied and tools needed, etc. hurt my relationships with kids and husband. One day buying everything on sale or looking at random stores for clearance to find something with novelty. Returning to store feeling overwhelmed in the shame cycle, not shopping for self, for home improvement organizations, my girl's wardrobe, etc. Ooh, this person sounds like they have like really bad impulsive ADHD. Like, then I can be super frugal, I can DIY stuff at home and make things work and get a good feeling off of saving. All or nothing. Any personal advice? Obsessive impulsive shopping, then returning and ashamed advice. That's interesting. People are so interesting. I have never seen that before. Just this. So this person, let me try to break it down. This person has an obsession with buying things. I know I had like an impulse when it came to buying things too. It was mainly DoorDash, but like buying other things as well. And it would make me feel stupid. Yeah, this person seems like their hyper focus seems to be on things that are not a necessity, but they just want some kind of novelty anyway. Okay, I get it. Like they want novelty and they want to feel good off of novelty. That's what that sounds like. Did anyone respond? What is this? Oh, this is a bot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. If I were to respond, though, I would say these are some odd quirks I've had. I wonder if I should respond because it sounds like she has an obsession with novelty. Like she likes new things. Okay, wait. I do want to respond though. Oh. Oops. Not too much advice, but I personally relate. But my impulsive spending. I cannot type. What is wrong with me? Spending is on DoorDash. Wasted so much money on this because of the novelty. Novelty of getting something I didn't make. I'm not sure if our issues are similar, but I very much struggle. With wanting to buy delivered food since it makes me feel sorry, popping my back. It makes me feel hit dopamine. I say this because it sounds like you like the novelty of buying things, and your dopamine will increase from this, but then you, darn it, oh, then you go back to baseline when you're saving and making things at home. I've struggled with this balance as well. Let me know if this makes sense. Okay. Oh, not too much advice, but I personally relate. But my impulsive spending is on DoorDash, and I've wasted so much money on this because of the novelty of getting something I didn't make. I'm not sure if our issues are similar, but I very much struggle with wanting to buy delivered food since it makes me feel a hit of dopamine. I say this because it sounds like you like the novelty of buying things, and your, oh my gosh, Brittany, can you please punctuate? Dopamine will increase from this, but then you go back to baseline when you are okay. Saving and making things at home. I struggle with this balance as well. Let me know if this makes sense. Okay. Alright. That's a pretty cool one. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much what I was trying to explain to her was sometimes, so I'll get DoorDash, right? I'll get DoorDash to give me hits of dopamine that my brain isn't naturally giving me. And it'll give me that novelty of something I didn't make because it's like someone's giving me a present. But when I get into that cycle, I'm spending a lot of money, and I've spent thousands in a short amount of time on DoorDash, just because getting into cycles of depression, irritation, frustration, spending money on DoorDash is really stupid. But whenever I get back to baseline, it's like the things that I make at home for some reason don't have the same appeal. Like, I could buy ice cream, I could make myself a personal frappe, because I used to do that, make myself little, parfaits and things. I could make coffee at home, do that kind of thing, but it doesn't have the same appeal. So it's like whenever I get back down to baseline and I'm not getting DoorDash and I'm just like, okay, let me buy this stuff from Walmart. Let me make my own food. Then that's when I get back to baseline. That's when I'm happiest because my dopamine is more adjusted to something I made. My dopamine gets a hit off of something that I made, as opposed to this, because things from the store and things from DoorDash and desserts from other places are made to look really, really appealing to the eye, and the appealingness to the eye does kind of it affects the way that you think in general. It affects your brain in general and how you consume it, and it makes you think that it's better. But yeah, I'm sorry for rambling on that, but one more thing. So with Oreo, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know these kinds of things, but Oreos, for example, the cream is not naturally white. They make it that white just to make it more appealing. The white makes it more appealing. And I think, what was it? Anyway, I was going on a whole tangent, but anyway, the white makes more appealing just because it looks pretty. We like it, and we make our dopamine. We make our dopamine reach after things that look pretty and are more expensive and feel more valuable instead of putting value into things that we made. And that's that's something that I just want people to I want people to realize, because that's something I realized kind of too late. Let's see. I don't understand why people like me so much. This isn't strictly an ADHD question, but I thought other people here would probably relate to this. Obviously, I have some pretty serious self-esteem issues. Oh, this person posted this 2 days ago, but I can recognize that I've been pretty well liked by most people for my whole life. This baffles me though, because I have so many traits that I would normally drive people away, or at least keep them at a distance. For example, I often talk way too much. I'm gonna get through this fast, don't worry. I often talk way too much, and I interrupt people constantly. I talk like I'm an expert on things that I don't actually know about, and I act like a know-it-all a lot of the time. I bother my friends way too much, text multiple times a day about random things that don't matter to anyone but me, and they rarely initiate conversations with me. It's almost always the other way around. I'm unreliable. I often cancel plans last minute, double or even triple book myself, and just don't do a good job showing up for other people in general. Most of the things I say are only funny to me, and sometimes I'll just give up on participating in a group conversation because the last 5 jokes I said were followed by absolute silence. I don't want to be mean to anyone, but I often am without. I don't want to be mean to anyone, but I often am without even realizing it, and sometimes I really hurt people's feelings unintentionally. I'm inherently selfish, and even though I try really hard to be a good person, the first thing I think is always, how does this affect me? This is a lot. I'm overly cynical and judgmental, even though these are good points. Oh, these are like not good points, but this person is breaking themselves down. I try to stay outwardly positive and not judge people. These qualities still show quite a bit. All this seems like more than enough reason for people to avoid or treat me differently, but I have lots of friends and family. I'm sorry, this sounds like me. Okay. Who love me and think I'm amazing, and is very confusing. When I tell people I'm worried about my friends leaving me or ending up alone, they act like that would be ridiculous and say I'm just way too harsh on myself. I don't understand why someone would enjoy my company, let alone miss me. I have struggled with this very, very much so. I struggled with it more when I was in my 20s, but now I think I'm more at the point where you kind of have, how to explain, you kind of have to just get to a point where you just are you and yourself. I'm still not even there, because I have a friend that's like, you're so silly, you think you're all these things, because I feel like, okay, so like the talking way too much, I have felt that way before, so I'll like compensate by being super quiet, and I'll compensate by saying I'm so sorry if I'm rambling, because my brain, I feel like I'm insufferable. I feel like it's hard for me to get things out properly, so that when I do, I always have to apologize. Like, I'm so sorry it took me so long to get to the point. And a lot of that, I wonder if like her parents made her feel that way. I'm not sure. Also, I don't even know if this is a girl. What am I saying? This sounds like something a girl would post. This is 100% something a girl would post. If this is a guy, I'd be 100% surprised. But I talk like I'm an expert on things that I don't actually know about, and I act like I know it all of the time. I bother my friends way too much, texting multiple times a day about random things that don't matter to anyone but me. Yeah, I do the same things. This person is breaking themselves down, dude. I've never seen anything like this. I'm unreliable. I often cancel plans last minute, double or even triple. I see, dude. Okay, I have so much to say on this. We might be in this one for a minute. I do the same thing. There was a year, last year actually, before my roommate got married. She was inviting me to stuff, and my other friend was inviting me to stuff. I canceled on so many people, so many different times, just because I didn't feel like going. Like, it's like I'd set myself up to go, and it would make me feel awful. Like, I feel like the worst person ever, because I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. And it would make me think, well, if I really wouldn't blame anyone for not wanting to be my friend or not wanting to have anything to do with me. But, of course, they're still nice to me and still want to be around me. I I completely get what this person's saying. Most of the things I say are only funny to me. And sometimes I'll just give up on participating in group conversations because the last 5 jokes I said were followed by absolute silence. I really hope this person isn't like stewing in all of this either. I don't want to be mean to anyone, but I often am without realizing it. Sometimes I really hurt people's feelings unintentionally. This is just a very ADHD thing. I'm like literally looking at this. I'm like, is this my friend? Did my friend post this? I'm gonna come back to this on my own time and send this to her. Always seems like more than enough reason for people to avoid me. She's cynical and judgmental, inherently selfish, and narcissism often does, like, I've heard that it is very, I don't know the science. Don't trust me, look it up yourself. That it is related to ADHD. It has some kind of relation to it. And neurodivergence in general, just this inherent, like, this egoism where we're like, okay, my stuff, my things. And it's just not like the worst thing ever. It's just something we have to work through. What do people say though? Someone said, let me help. I frequently show that I'm listening, engaged in conversation. I project confidence, thinks that I feel I have knowledge. If I regularly check in on my friends, displaying interest in their lives, I don't have a good one for canceling plans. A lot of us are like that. I think they just forgive us. Although I have an odd sense of humor, I make frequent attempts to lighten everyone's mood, and I know when to shut up and when it's not landing. I'm frequently honest and blunt. This will be appreciated by some but not all. I'm not afraid to put my own priorities first, and I make sure people know where my priorities are. I really allow people to be fake around me, and I'm willing to call them out on behavior that they often... I like this. This person's just flipping this around. That's amazing. These are qualities a lot of people in the subreddit will share. I think it's kind of like cilantro. Some people just like the taste, and you're being too hard on yourself. I wish I could focus more on my own priorities, and often find myself going too far out of my way for other people. And honestly, I don't care enough to have done as much as I did. Be kind to yourself, and most people aren't idiots. And if they're spending time with you, it's because they want to. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. I'll like ask my friend, like, why do you like me? Like, I think I've asked her more than once, like, why do you like me? Why do you want to talk to me? We both have ADHD, and I feel like I'm just so hard to talk to. This is the kindest, sweetest, and most thoughtful post I've ever read. That is so kind. Yeah, this person, that's so nice. Like, you need to flip around the whole thing. See what someone else said on their own. I cannot have one original experience on this green earth. Oh my gosh. Hello to another me. We are also experiencing a loneliness epidemic, and social skills have tanked since COVID. A lot of ADHD people I know talk to everyone, show interest in them, and are actually exceedingly kind. This person just sounds so introspective. Like, they sound very, very introspective of themselves. But I think sometimes when people are overly introspective, these are the people that, like, they actually what am I trying to say? I think they overhype how bad they are. I think because sometimes I'll do that. I'll overhype how bad I am, and all you can do is try to be better. But if you're trying to be better and you feel like it's just not enough, that's when you have to go like, okay, maybe I need to let go and let God. Or not maybe, you need to let go and let God. Like, serious. Like, yes. What do you even do with yourself? This was posted 4 hours ago. I don't really know how to word this, so I'm going to just do my best. Haha. Okay. Before we get started, let's see what we can do with this. Alright, let's get into it. You know, when you're in those periods of time when you are bored out of your mind, but are also unable to do literally anything, I just wandered around my home for like 15 minutes, just looking around, moving stuff here and there, just staring to the middle distance, etc. I want to do something, and I feel bored as hell, but nothing feels interesting or even manageable. I finally have a day to myself to relax, but this feels so far from relaxed. I'm currently trying to convince myself to just do one tiny thing, but I'm back sitting in bed. What do I even do? 100% relate. 100% relate, especially as like a single person. And just because I used to live alone, and even though I don't live alone anymore, I'm alone sometimes, and I'll talk to friends, I'll do this. That's like the hardest part, but that's like the cool part about life too, is like, what do you even do with yourself? But when you have ADHD, hold on. Okay, when you have ADHD, you just end up not doing anything sometimes, and you end up wasting the day away, and you shouldn't beat yourself up for that. You just didn't know what to do. So I want to see what other people say to this, because I need advice for this too. I end up falling to that pattern where I'm just like, before I was doing this, even while I'm doing this, I fall into the pattern of just not doing anything useful, or not feeling like anything I'm doing is useful or productive, or not knowing how to rest. And so, well, for me, I'm a Christian, so I start out the morning with prayer, like, well, not the morning, but I will pray and do things in a restful way, like out of a restful heart, and go like, Lord, what do you want me to do? Just, I think it's just this, you have to have this contentment with being, and I believe that's in the Lord, like having this contentment with being in the Lord and resting in Him, and then just doing things out of abundance. I know that doesn't make much sense, but it's like doing things, well, for me, like doing things out of a place of knowing that like you're okay, that, you know, you don't have to find something to do to, like, you know, I'll make a whole separate video about it. I don't even know what kind of direction I'm trying to go in. Sorry, this is what ADHD is. I'm sorry. 100% relatable. No advice. I usually just sit and waste time and then regret it. Oh my gosh. Journal in your post and anything else in your notebook about what's on your mind when you're on your phone. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, let me stop. I write it down, or I talk it out on here now. Journal, write it out, and I'm like, okay, what does this mean? And for some reason, when you see it on paper, it makes sense. It creates a narrative for the person that you are, and well, let's see what else this person says. When we're on our phones, it's nearly impossible for your subconscious to peek through and let you know what your soul is seeking. Do something kid-like. It's healthy for your spirit, and you just have to keep focusing yourself to do a fun task until your brain relearns and the relaxing feelings that go along with it. I will thank you for this. That's so sweet. That's such a insightful way to, yeah, like, I feel that way too. Like, something happens to our subconscious when we're scrolling through things. We're not letting ourselves take the forefront, but when you're writing, you're discovering yourself. And that's why I said, like, even me and my friend, I was like, we've got to do something fun. We've got to think something up. Like, we've got to create lore. We've got to make characters, you know, just fun things like that. Anything you can do. That's the fun thing about being human. Legit feel you here, bro. I'm trying to write an academic essay, and my medication has likely worn off now, so I'm staring blankly at nothing. Doesn't help when there's no one to discuss with either. Terrible feeling, frustration, impending dread that I need to do something that I'm essentially ... not. The dread, I hate it. I feel like I possibly need to do a transition activity, something completely different, to do with the essay, and then come back to it later today or tomorrow. Someone has mentioned journaling or tidying on this thread, but maybe those ideas or fold laundry, some laundry. Great. Okay. Transition activities were great. Okay, this is awesome. All right. Usually they're the days I clean the most. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Cleaning feels productive without having to work too hard. Plus, it's become therapeutic to me to sit with my wandering thoughts doing mindless tasks. I think it depends. That depends. Like, that's what I mean when I say doing stuff out of rest, because sometimes cleaning for us with ADHD, we're like, that sounds awful. I don't know where to start. But sometimes, if you're doing it out of a place of, I don't really have to do this, or I'm doing this for myself, it just creates this different kind of domain and environment for yourself, if that makes any sense. So people. I do want to continue this, but I feel like I've been going on for too long. I feel like I've been rambling, and I don't know. I feel like I've really just been all over the place. But thank you so much to anyone watching. If you are interested in this kind of content, please subscribe, please like, please linger, any one of those, but most importantly, subscribe. But you guys, I will see you soon with another one of these. I think I'm posting another one right after this, but I will see you soon. Bye.